Good morning, it's Barbara. Thanks for joining me for coffee. Good morning, it's Barbara. I'm here picking my lipstick. I don't know, this one's kind of boring, but I have a meeting today, although I won't be taking my mask off, so I don't know why I worry about that. Yeah, a little bit brown. I think I keep going to this one though. All right, let's go with something a little jazzier. Look at me being all calm and quiet and not in a rush. That's only because I got up early. We are going to have a meeting with different parts of Aura's place who are taking care of her, the nursing, the resident assistants, and Beata, which is the organization that's doing the put that away too quick. That is doing the physical therapy and the occupational therapy. So is that the wrong color? No, I think it's the right color. Oh well, this is what it is. This is the right color. We don't have another one like this, so I don't know what I'm doing. As you already have ascertained. All right, that's enough of this. So we have a meeting with all the different groups who are in charge of Aura now, and that's at 11. So we have to leave in an hour. So I thought I would talk to you more leisurely, and I got up early. So the good news is we went to visit Aura yesterday for a while, just to hang out, and yesterday was the first day that she saw us that she didn't say, "Oh, thank God, are you coming to take me home?" She didn't say it. We were looking forward to the day she didn't say it, and that was yesterday. I messed it up. I'm sorry, I'm distracted by my lips. She would just greeted us, happy to see us. She was in a good mood, bright, cheerful. She stood up from her wheelchair, grabbed onto the table, shuffled over, and no, she stood up from the chair at the table she was at, grabbed the table, shuffled over, and got into her wheelchair by herself. I mean, nobody really needed to be there. She did have someone there spotting her. So she's getting stronger. She's getting more used to being there. She told us she liked it there. I don't remember exact wording, but it was something like, I'm glad I'm here, or it's a good place to be. I'm glad, I don't know. Maybe we've turned a corner. Today is 2 weeks that she's been there. So that's good news. Yeah. She was supposed, well, I misread the board and thought they were having music, and they said, no, that was yesterday. Like, I couldn't read the calendar. I think the calendar starts with, like, Monday on the first column. Something like that. Anyway, I don't think I have it set up like a normal calendar with Sunday, Monday through Saturday. Anyway, I misread it and thought she was having music, but that was yesterday. They were having some kind of a trip, probably just to look at the spring flowers. But, you know, so we got excited about that. I got her coat, blah, blah. And then we found out that one of the people who needed to be a chaperone wasn't there. And so they could only take 4 people. So they have an activity that only 4 people could go on, and Aura was not one of the 4. So that was disappointing, but she was fine with it. And we just sat in the living room. They had some kind of, you know, nice music with beautiful pictures of the world on the TV. And we sat there and had a conversation with Suzanne, who's a lovely woman who lives in the same unit with Aura. And her husband was there, and his name is Dennis. He was visiting. He doesn't live there. So we felt really good yesterday. Like, I think she's having fun. She's certainly more, you know, energetic and cheerful and more herself. Actually, more her old self, because the last few months living here, I think she's been depressed. She was depressed and bored and, you know, whatever. So I'm thinking that maybe she's moved back to her normal, cheerful demeanor. So anyway, we were really happy about that. That's the good news. The other good news is that my lawyer is on the case for the one thing that I couldn't figure out what to do. The accountants are working on our extension, and that should be fine. I have to mail my parents' tax return, so I will do that today. I have to stop by the bank. I will do that today. And I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling like it's time to start making my list for what I want to take on my trip, because I'm leaving next Tuesday. I should be able to vlog on Tuesday before I go. And I'll see what I can do from the train. I hope they have good Wi-Fi. If they do, then what the heck? I need to think about what I want to do on the train. Oh, and I left you on a cliffhanger. So anyway, I have to think about my trip, make my list, and figure out, you know, I'm going to be reading and I'm going to be knitting. And do I want to bring my lightweight hipster, did you see that? Me remembering the name, with me? I'm at, you know, a new spot where I'm doing a new stitch pattern, and I haven't done it for about 3 days, which is kind of crazy that my arm is hurting me and I haven't even been knitting. So that's a drag. Speaking of which, I think I'm going to go put a salon pause on. Hold on. And this is me starting my list. I guess I don't think anybody who I used to work with watches this, but that's a pad from my old company. I've been retired 11 years. Me starting my list. Salon pause. This is to take to Nola. N-O-L-A. New Orleans, Louisiana. All right, so my list is started. There you go. So we'll take my entertainment for the train, because the train rides are 30 hours about, so I need to make sure. Yeah. So yesterday I left you on a cliffhanger I was accused of, to talk about my quill pens. Now, this is all Christy's fault. She talked about quill pens on her last stitchy vlog, floss tube, and because she had gone to a calligraphy course while she was in England, and it apparently included something about quill pens. But anyway, she said that she had bought some quills, which are goose wing feathers, and she was going to make some quills and quill pens. And I'm like, oh, I want a quill pen, I want a quill pen. But of course, you know, instant gratification. She's like, okay, when I figure out how to do it, you can have one. She's the best. They sell them on Etsy. Apparently, they like prepare them in like heated sand to get the quills. I don't know what. Did they used to do that back in the, 1800s, 1700s? I don't know. Anyway, I haven't dug around in my room to find if I have kept any ink. I had ink, but it was years old, and so I may have to go buy ink. So I haven't tried them yet. But anyway, if I just have a picture of me, sort of working on not on the train, but working on, my drawings and stuff using ink from a quill pen. I don't know. It feels like it will add a little something to it. I don't know. Stretching for things that will get my juices back, because I feel like that lately, last couple weeks, well, a lot going on here. I've been just killing time. I do what I have to do, and then I'm just killing time. I'm not watching anything I'm interested in. I'm not reading anything I can't read. I can't read. Nothing I pick up and read holds any interest to me, except the news. Yeah, so I'm hoping that this vacation will help sort of kickstart my energy, any kind of energy, physical energy, mental energy, creative energy. I don't know. That's what I'm hoping for. So I started my list, and yep. Oh, and I don't know if I told you yesterday, but while I was at the accountant, the glass people came. We have a new glass on our table that's beautiful, fits perfectly, and is not broken. I contacted 2 different power washing companies, because the first one I called on the recommendation of our friend gave us a very high price, we thought. So a guy named Pretty Man came yesterday and is going to give us an estimate. So I'm expecting to hear from him in the next couple days what his estimate is, and I'm hoping it's less. Must be really hard to have a name Pretty Man, last name Pretty Man, when you're a kid. And it must be even harder when you're not particularly pretty. I mean, he was an okay looking guy, but not Pretty Man. He had a very nice voice. He had he looked better on the phone, if you know what I mean. But he was very nice, and I do not care how the guy who's power washing my house looks. Just putting it out there, in case you were worried. So that's in the works. So it feels like I'm going to be able to go on vacation without things hanging over my head or worrying about. And of course, mainly it's the tax stuff, because not having the house power washed is not going to hang over my head. So don't worry about that. But who knows? We may get on his schedule. That would be nice. The flowers are looking gorgeous. I was going to take you around, but I'll try to do that tomorrow, because although I have a hair appointment tomorrow, it's at 4 o'clock. So I have plenty of time to do my vlog in the morning and relax and whatever, go visit Aura, and then get my hair done at 4 o'clock. However, that means that she won't be going to happy hour unless Dennis takes her, which he's not going to do, I'm quite sure. So, no happy hour for Aura this week because I'm having my hair done, and Kim won't be here on Thursday. She's here Monday, Wednesday, and Friday this week. So, oh well. We can always bring our wine. Anyway, yeah, so she was good yesterday. It felt really nice. It was such a nice visit because she was happy. She, just like a really clear, happy face, and conversations, and happy to be where she was, and happy for us to, for her to stay where she was, talking and watching TV when we had to go. So that was really good. That made me very happy. And we'll see how she is today. But Kim will be there today too. She's going to the meeting with us, so she'll have everybody visiting today, and just me and Dennis tomorrow, and then Kim will be there on Friday. So we shall see, and then we're there the weekend. I don't know. I imagine that after a while, there will be some days where nobody visits her, and she's just living her life there. And I hope that works out okay. But meanwhile, we're all working on it, making sure she has a visit every day. We just want to make sure that she, as much as anything, is getting the attention she needs. And, everybody there is very lovely, and she feels like they're lovely. So in their treatment of her, they are reading lovely to her, so that's good. And yeah, so that's where we are. That's where we are. So I'm feeling a little bit settled in terms of this, tax situation. Peter's on the case. And it's funny, I'm kind of looking forward to, we sort of tentatively planned an all afternoon meeting to go over all the stuff I need to go over with the trusts, with Mama's estate, and Dennis and I need our will drawn. And so it's like, we'll make it an afternoon, and then we'll, do dinner, because, we're friends. And so, like, yeah, that would be great if we can find a place outside to eat. And he's like, oh, they have some kind of a big restaurant, smorgasbord, close the street. Everybody sits outside every Wednesday in this town where his office is. I forget what it's called. I'm like, oh, that sounds great. Then Sue can come, his wife. And who knows, we might have a little party outside. Dennis hasn't been to a restaurant in 5 years. I'm the one who's done the traveling for all the traveling that needed to be done. But I, since COVID, I have been on airplanes a couple of times, took the train a couple of times. I've been traveling, and he hasn't gone anywhere. I mean, we drove to North Carolina. But I went to Idaho twice. I went to Florida at least once. I think I went to Florida twice. Maybe just once. On a plane. And I took a train to Mississippi. Took a train home from Idaho, from Mississippi when Christy and I did our road trip. Took a train home from Florida with the girls. That's when I had COVID. So I've been traveling, and therefore I have been eating in restaurants upon occasion, not very often. And yeah. And Dennis, he's such a good cook. It's hard to get the motivation up to eat out when he's cooking you such good stuff. So we don't ever go out to a restaurant. Anyway, enough already with this. So there, so I'm looking forward to my meetings with my lawyer at the beginning of May and go to one of these street festivals. That'll be fun. And get some stuff done and finalized. I need to start working on distributing and figuring out my mom's stuff. It really got put on hold with the holidays and then the tax stuff because all of the beneficiaries who I need to distribute to, who might have needed the money, got a distribution from my sister, so that they no longer needed the money. So the pressure for me to distribute my mother's estate, kind of went away. But I need to step it up and get it done. And I will start to think about that when I get home from NOLA. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that trip. Can you tell? So, this week will be trip preparation. I was sitting there looking at all my Christmas decorations. I'm like, well, they ain't coming down before my trip. I can tell you that right now. So, Christmas in April. I do get a lot of mileage out of my Christmas decorations. Okay, I'm done. I'm just rambling now, but I'm feeling pretty good. I wish I had more energy of any kind, but other than that, I'm feeling pretty good. Things, I feel like they're in hand or out of my hands in terms of all the taxes and everything. I'm going to mail my mom's taxes and my parents' taxes today. Go to the bank. Yeah. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I have my little sticker on my laptop. It's fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine. Right, Marianne? Everything's fine. So anyway. All right, that's it. I'm rambling way too much. I will talk to you tomorrow. Please take good care of yourselves. Dennis just walked in and now I can't remember what I say. Stay safe and stay sane.